Hi, I'm Jimmy and this is Natan. We're here at City 4051 CrossFit and today we're looking at overhead squats. When you're performing overhead squats and you're taking the bar from the ground, you have a few different options on how you get the bar above your head. One option is by doing a power snatch. So you'll start with your feet under your hips, measure your hands wide, take a hook grip on the bar, and then you'll jump the bar above your head in one movement. To start your overhead squat, you need to have your feet at shoulder width and your arms completely straight. For the rep to count, full range is creasing your hip clearly below your knee at the bottom and standing tall so that your body is straight and your hips are open at the top. Make sure your arms stay straight and your knees track out over your toes for the entire rep. Keep your back flat and make sure that the bar travels straight up and down over your ankles. Get the bar off the ground is to clean it to your shoulders. When you do this, make sure your hands are in your clean grip. Once you have the bar on your shoulders, you can then use your legs to push press it up above your head, bring it down onto the back of your shoulders, take your hands out to your overhead squat width, and then again push press it above your head, take your feet to shoulder width, and then you can start your overhead squats. If this was a strength session, you'd usually take the bar out of a rack for an overhead squat. The way you do that is you measure your hands off, step underneath the bar so it's on the back of your shoulders, make sure you're braced before you take the bar out of the rack. You're going to then aggressively push press the bar above your head. Once you've got the bar above your head, take your feet to shoulder width, and then you can start doing your overhead squat. If you lose control of the bar during your overhead squat, you can dump it. So if the bar comes slightly forward or slightly backwards, then you'll dump it in one direction and your body will go the other way. So if you lose control of an overhead squat, then you're just going to dump the bar. So, as you go through your squat, if the bar travels slightly forward or slightly backwards of where you want it to be, then you're just going to drop the bar in one direction and your body's going to go the other way. So if you lose it backwards, the bar goes backwards, you go forwards, make sure your lifting area is clear. So common errors we see with overhead squats are people not pushing their hips back forward to start the rep. So pushing your knees forward, that'll mean that you get off balance and you lose the bar forward most likely as you go through the rep. Other errors we see are people's back rounding out as they go through the squat. So a loss of midline, where your back rounds out, that's dangerous, particularly with weight. And another error is when your knees collapse in as you're doing your squat. So rather than having your knees tracking out over your toes, they start to collapse in, and that's bad for your knees.